Thank you for coming. My name is Sabina Gonzalez, and that's spelled Sabina, and Gonzalez is Gonzalez. And I'm here representing Communities for a New California, our Fresno committee. We are joined here by our partners Leonel Flores with the Unión de Ex-Braceros e Inmigrantes, as well as Inés Rojas from the San Joaquin Valley Latino Environmental Advancement Project. And along with the Dolores Huerta Foundation, the Center on Race, Poverty, and the Environment, the Community Water Center, as well as the United Domestic Workers, we comprise the Central Valley Alliance for Economic Equity. And we're working to restore the California dream between now and June 15th, which is the deadline for our state legislators to approve a state budget. Our statewide coalition is called California Calls. It will reach out to hundreds of thousands of Californians, including tens of thousands of Central Valley Californians in Fresno, Kings, Kern, and Tulare counties. Hundreds of neighborhood activists throughout the state will be knocking on doors to register eligible voters and to ask for their opinion on the tax extensions and real long-term solutions for our state. And what we're hearing at the door from our neighbors confirms the results of recent polls, which is that the vast majority of Californians want to keep our current tax rates. They do not want to see more teachers laid off. They don't want to see fire stations closed or children packed into overcrowded classrooms. And colleges that are priced out of reach for thousands of young adults. So we need long-term solutions to fix our broken tax system and reform our state budget. But right now, a handful of reckless lawmakers in Sacramento are trying to kill the California dream. Too many large corporations escape paying their fair share, while homeowners and families bear an unfair tax burden. So the majority of Californians want to restore this dream, and our effort is focused on talking to people who typically don't vote or who have never voted in a state or local election. These are people of color, immigrants, and young people. We plan to motivate 500,000 Californians to be the new center of gravity that can be the tipping point for long-term change. So now I'd like to introduce one of the young adults who can speak more about the impacts of this budget crisis on college students. Cindy?
Thank you. My name is Cindy Quiralte, and it is spelled CindyQuiralte. I'm a sophomore at Fresno City College, and I was recently elected student body president. I decided to join the calls for campaign, because I was seeing so many students as well as people in the community being affected by all the budget cuts. Budget cuts have been affecting higher education as well as K through 12, but one of the things that I noticed on my campus is the fact that tuition fees have been raised from $26 a unit to $36 a unit, which is very significant for students who are from low-income backgrounds that aren't able to afford college anymore. Another challenge is the fact that there are fewer classes. 2,000 classes have been cut this summer alone, which will greatly affect the amount of students that are eligible to graduate as well as to transfer. I myself was affected by this because I was needing one class to transfer, and now I'll be delayed another year at Fresno City College. Another problem that the budget cuts are causing is the fact that there's less accessibility to resources. So for the fact there's going to be cuts in library hours as well as availability of tutors. And as I've been knocking on doors, I have felt the same frustrations from members of the community. They've shared with me their frustrations regarding the cuts to the social programs that they desperately rely on. Some of those programs include First Five as well as Head Start, and these programs are very important because they provide a sense of support and nutritional information that families really need. I'm calling on the reckless lawmakers that are holding our state budget and holding us, sabotaging us from receiving any federal funding and state funding. I'm calling on anyone who's eligible to vote today to help us restore the California dream. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Molly Xiong, and it's spelled Maoleexiong. I'm a volunteer for the Communities of New California campaign. I've been walking door to doors, been listening to our local citizens, how much they've been affected by the state budget cuts, how reckless our lawmakers is making the local community suffer Our senior citizens is now being much affected by it. They say they are now not receiving adequate health care because of the prescriptions that they have to pay. Medicare won't cover, along with their glasses. They have expired glasses a couple years ago. Now they need new glasses and they're not receiving it. They have to come up with their own pocket. I've come across one of a great gentleman, a senior citizen, who is now being evicted out of his home because he's no longer could afford to pay his rent, because he has to choose between his rent or his medications. These are the issues that the local citizens are being affected by. Children are being affected too, not receiving adequate health care. These parents are so concerned about their kids being very sick, and there's no other program organization out there to help out. Our reckless lawmakers are now not doing the right thing for our communities, and we're here to ask for them to do the right thing for our communities. We're much concerned about it, especially our senior citizens and along with our children. And I'm here to ask all of your support in terms of looking into making a change for New California, because these things are being pretty much affecting our local citizens and every one of us, including my families and extended families out there. And thank you.